guys, Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends with a guide for Demytha, truly a legendary in disguise, epic champion inside the game of Raid Shadow Legends. Before we get into the guide today, guys, let's go ahead and give a few shout outs to you guys who have been waiting and requesting for a Demytha guide, Mohammed being one of them. I'm a wait, will wait no more. We got Zay, a cool guide for Demytha, or Ugo for a new player. We got Zeus, 25 voids, and got a Demytha. Of course, we can get a video. Terrence Animates. Could we do a Demytha guide? I just got here and I'm not sure how to build her. Absolutely. Mujtaba. Still waiting for Kyoku, and add Demytha to your list. Kyoku coming soon. Trust me, trust me. So after 2 years of playing free-to-play, I finally got Unkillable in Demytha. Any chance you can go over her for an Unkillable Clan Boss team? I'm going to show you my very own Clan Boss team in which I use Demytha. And then Ramir also looking for a Demytha Clan Boss guide. Ask and you shall receive. Now, guys, the first thing you need to know about Demytha, a Void Affinity Epic Dwarf Champion, is, well, she looks really freaking cool. I like the aesthetics on Demytha. I like the kind of, teal armor plates or whatever the heck it is. Overall, she's a cool-looking freaking dwarf champion. What do you guys think? The other thing you need to know about her is she's much more than just a clan boss unkillable champion. She can be fantastic as a healer or for support pretty much anywhere in the game. On the A1, attacks one enemy 2 times with, unfortunately, well, a library's worth of books required to book this up, which does suck. It's the only downside to Demytha. Each hit places a shield for 2 turns, equal to 10% of this champion's max HP on the ally with the lowest HP except this champion. Very nice. You can book it up for a bunch of extra shields and a bunch of extra damage. On the A2, Light of the Deep, unfortunately, again, 6 levels to the A2. Increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Decrease the duration of all ally debuffs by 1 turn. You guys already know this. It's one of the more powerful abilities inside the game. Not many champions have this. It's very, very, very underrated, especially for new players. Extending buff durations while increasing the debuffs, extremely valuable. Decreasing ally debuffs by 1 turn, sometimes that's all you need. Think about it. If you have a stun for 1 turn, it's going to decrease it to 0. It's going to remove that debuff. And then more importantly, or just as importantly, extending buffs is so valuable. Think of all the best buffs in the game. Unfortunately, it won't work with the block damage, but everything else, right? Increase speed, increase defense, increase attack. It's usually on a 3-turn cooldown, and it usually lasts for 2 turns. Well, this ability, having a champion like this, even if she's not the one bringing the buffs, it's going to extend everything, every buff on every champion on your entire team by 1 turn. That's so valuable. Also, heals all allies by 2.5% of their max HP, heals by a further 2.5 max HP for each turn added or removed from the duration of the buffs and debuffs by this skill. That can add up fast. She's a big girl healer with this A2 ability. Doesn't sound like much because we're starting at a 2.5, but if you extend a couple buffs on all your champions, that can be very big very quickly. On the A3, she's got block damage and continuous heal on a 3-turn cooldown. Channel the Bloodline, extremely potent, powerful ability inside the game. Previous to Demytha, we had, Unkillable on Maneater. We had Roshkar the Tower, and that was really kind of it. We had, I guess, a few more unkillable champions out there. We had, like, Sir Nick. We had Helicath around the same time, but there's limited options. She's got block damage on a 3-turn cooldown, which is really nice. It lasts for 1 turn, but it's a 3-turn, which makes her unique even compared to those legendary champions that we mentioned. She also has that continuous heal, so more heals from this champion. Defense in all battles by 20%. God, she's so good, man. After rereading that kit, 19k HP, almost 13k defense, 102 speed, really nice. After rereading that kit, guys, hopefully you've come away, even if you were familiar with her kit already, with a nice, healthy appreciation of just how much she's got in there in terms of the heals, the partial cleanse, the buff extender, the unkillable, continuous heal, you name it, she's got a great support champion. All right. So before I show you her in my clan boss team, I'm also going to show you the entire team breakdown. I'll show you all the speeds and everything in case you want to build this team for yourself. There is some flexibility on this team as well, and we'll get into that in just a moment here after I find this champion. Here she is. All right, so Demytha, I have her in triple speed. Why do I have her in triple speed on this champion? Because frankly, the team that I'm using her on for Clan Boss requires her at a 292 speed. Let me go ahead and go to an amazing website. If you guys don't have it bookmarked, you need to. It's deadwoodjedi.com, deadwoodjedi.com. You can go ahead and go to Speed Tune List, go on over to Demytha, click on it, and then it's going to show you all the Demytha teams, unkillable teams, block damage teams that you can build for Clan Boss. There's a lot of them, right? This is only page 1. So let's just say I want to build the High Mythman, right? Well, it's difficulty easy. It's a 2-key Ultra Nightmare. It works on all affinities. And then it gives you your options as well as the speed tuning for this team and the setup. Everything that you need. He also has the turn and the calculator. All the stuff that you guys need to assemble any unkillable team inside the game is on deadwoodjedi.com. And that's where I would recommend you guys go. If you don't want to use my team, that's where I recommend you guys go to find a Demytha team that suits your account the best. So, all we really care about is getting a little bit of damage for an unkillable Clan Boss team. We could do a lot better in that area, right? We have her at 41% crit rate, 153 on the crit damage. So again, nothing to write home about. I don't even have her up on Hell Hades, unfortunately. Her multiplier is not crazy on the A1. Why are we even sitting here talking about damage? Well, it's obvious, but maybe not to new players. On an unkillable or block damage Clan Boss team, we actually have a very rare luxury in Raid Shadow Legends. We can build even our support champions as damage dealers because everybody's unkillable anyway. Unlike your traditional Clan Boss team, her defense and her max HP does not matter at all, okay? So take that into consideration if you're only using her for Clan Boss. You want to get her speed to where it needs to be, and then you want to min-max the damage as much as you can. I don't have that going on right now, but luckily I still have an easy 1-key Ultra Nightmare team that I'm about to show you guys, okay? We don't need accuracy in our kit at all. Great. We really don't need damage outside of an unkillable Clan Boss team, right? Other than that, some speed and some survivability is all we really care about. She's a very easy champion to build. So on this particular build, we have attack. Why do we have attack? Oh, because we needed the exact speed. I needed exactly 18. Attack on the banner is not normally what you'd see out of this champion, although I will say that her damage is based on attack on her A1, so yeah, not the worst thing. More often than not, we're going to have either resist HP or defense on that banner, depending on where you're using this champion, okay? But again, if you want to min-max, you can go crit damage on the amulet, you can go attack on the banner. You can see that, and I have attack on the ring as well. You can see that once upon a time, I had crit damage on these gauntlets, but I had needed more speed there too to pull off this team. So what you could do with this build, guys, is simply put on assuming you could get the speeds that you needed for wherever you're going to use this champion, I would just put a crit rate. If I had it with the speed on there, I would just put a crit rate on the gauntlets. That way she'd be, she'd be at 100% crit rate. That would be beautiful. That way she can do some more damage for us in Clan Boss. Anywhere else, though, anywhere else in the game, you just want a great healer with block damage and heals all over the place. I already said great healer, said it again. Well, in that case, obviously, we're just going to go with HP or defense on the ring, HP or defense on the amulet, and HP resist or defense on the banner. Speed on the boots, pretty much mandatory on this champion. I can't see a reason not to, other than like a weird niche bolster set, HP percentage for the arena or something like that. But again, that's very off meta. I think that 99% of the time we're going to put speed on her boots because we want her fast. We want her, even if she's not on a speed tune team, we want her to get to that A2 to extend more buffs as quickly as possible and get to that block damage to have it up there as long as possible on that A3. So the faster, the better on this champion. We have HP percentage on the chest, and again, we would have defense percentage or HP given our druthers. This is just a speed-tuned team, and a speed-tuned team, heck, if she has a lot of attack, who cares? She's unkillable anyway, as we already mentioned. I have Miracle Heal as my blessing on this champion. Again, I'm going to go ahead and make a change. I'm going to put Phantom Touch on her. We have all the attack anyway. Why? Because we're trying to min-max our damage on an unkillable team. This Phantom Touch option, I would only go with that, to be very clear, on an unkillable clan boss. Other than that, I would either go exactly what we had, Miracle Heal, might as well. We're just restoring destroyed max HP when we're healing anyway, and we're doing a lot of healing in this kit. Or I would just go with Commanding Presence. She's a good aura strengthening candidate for your blessing if you do have her awakened. On the Masteries on this champion, it's kind of a clan boss build on the Masteries. Well, not kind of, it is. Let me move all the way over here. We came down the defense tree. We picked up Retribution. We picked up Deterrence. We want to counterattack, get more of those A1s off, get a little bit more damage, hope for some War Master procs from that A1 and Phantom Touch now from that A1 ability, okay? Other than that, we just hug the left-hand side of the offense tree. Listen, there's a case to be made for going the defense tree and going support instead. If I was going to go support on this champion, I would simply go with the HP on Steadfast. I would come down to Lay on Hands. I would come down to Healing Savior. I would come in and pick up Rapid Response as well. I would come down to Merciful Aid, and then I would come down to Lasting Gifts to extend the duration of the continuous heals. That's what I would do instead of the defense tree if I was not using her in an unkillable clan boss team. All right, guys, you've seen the stats, you've seen the masteries, you've seen the artifacts, you've seen everything about Demytha. Now let's go ahead and unveil my clan boss team. So I love this team for a few reasons. Number one, it is champions that I don't use anywhere else. I don't use any of these champions anywhere else in the game. Not to say that they're not good. I just tried to strategically, I went to Deadwood Jedi, and I looked for a team that use champions that I'm not using elsewhere, because let's face it, when you have to speed tune a team in Raid Shadow Legends, oftentimes these speeds are not going to work in every area of the game. Moreover, I'm not going to want a Demytha in every area of the game that's built with a bunch of attack and stuff, you know? So again, that's the reason I'm using this clan boss team. I would suggest you guys do the same when you start to approach the late game and you have the luxury of having a lot of champions on your account. So we have Fushan in the lead, speed in all battles, you gotta love it. Let me just show you the team setup here. The reason I love this team, getting back to that, is, well, A, obviously we're unkillable. B, it's a very easy one-key Ultra Nightmare or Nightmare, right? You can use it against any affinity in both difficulties, which I absolutely love. What else do I love this team? Well, I guess the job done. I guess that's it. Affinity-friendly setup, right? Setup is really easy. I don't have to do anything. I can do the whole setup in the team setup section. I don't have to do crazy like 3 turns, 4 turns in a row. I just set it on auto. I set my team setup, I put it on auto, and I'm good to go. That's the other reason I like this. So Fushan, we're not going to use the Frightful Claws ability. We want him to use Shred 4 times at random with a decreased defense, or his A1 and Howl, okay? He's at 192 speed. Demytha is going to set priority number 1, Channel the Bloodline. Priority number 2, Light of the Deep. I don't know why you have to go in and 1-2 it, but trust me, you do. 292 speed. Eris, we're going to prioritize her 1 random buff from all allies and the increased speed 100% on the A2 ability. That's going to be the first choice. Jintoro, he is going to come in with the Oni's Rage as his first choice. We want him to use his ability as many times as possible. That way on the 5th time, every time, he's going to be using it 4 times instead of 1, the 5th time that he uses this ability. Moreover, he's placing decreased defense and weaken on the team. Now, Jintoro is totally optional on this team. You could run anybody. It's a DPS position in this slot, right? So I use Jintoro. I like that he has the weaken and the decreased defense, excuse me, plus a ton of damage. Now, you'll see with Jintoro, 154 speed. That's his real speed. Very, very slow, which is nice. It allows me to build him with, you know, more attack, more crit damage. So Eris, by the way, is 261 speed, and Seeker is 179 speed. And Seeker is opening with his A1. That's it. So again, really quickly, Fushan not using his A2, 192. Demytha, 1-2 priority, 292. Eris, number 1 priority on her A2, 261, the second fastest on the team. Gentoro, 154, super slow. Any DPS will work there. In Seeker, 179, a pretty slow build as well. And you can see I'm trying to min-max their damage slowly but surely, getting up to 100% crit rate. And he's opening with his A1. The Masteries look a lot alike on all of these champions. I'm going to go ahead and run this team. Actually, I don't even think I need to run this team. I'm going to show you a couple rounds. I've already done this. I'm wasting a key here just to illustrate for you guys. But I'm not going to make you sit here and wait for 20 minutes or whatever. But you guys will see. Let's get into the swing of things here, right? And you can check this out all on the calculator and the turn calculator on Deadwood Jedi as well. So here we go. That's the unkillable. Or the block damage, excuse me. It's going to take us a few turns to kind of get into the swing of things. But once we do, we're never going to take any damage at all, right? Extending the duration of the increased speed, most importantly, for the rest of the champions. That way we can get back to the block damage sooner, right? So here it is. It's already off cooldown. It's right now. There it is, right before the clan boss goes. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's as easy as that. And this team can smack, man. They put out some serious damage. It starts to scale. You know how it is, guys. It starts to scale once we get to the swing of things here. I will note to you guys that I have Eris here. It's optional, but I have her in a toxic set, just so we have a chance at landing all those poisons. We don't have another poisoner on the team, so all those debuff slots are open anyway. If you're not running a hardcore poisoner on your clan boss team, you might as well throw somebody in a toxic set just to get to that 1 key a little bit faster, or to get there for the first time, or get that 2 key in, whatever your objective may be. So again, right before the clan boss goes, boom, we're looking good, block damage, everything is great. I'm going to go ahead and end the battle, and I will show you. I stopped this team, I want to say, where is it? Right here. So this is the team. I use 2 keys because I just use a key right now, but normally it's a 1 key, right? And I stopped this team as soon as I hit the 1 key. I should have kept going, but I stopped as soon as we got to around 71 or so million damage. Maybe a little bit higher, it looks like here. But I want to stress for you guys that this damage, 90 million damage or whatever, I stopped this around 38, I think 37, 38 turns is how long it takes me to get to the 1 key on Ultra Nightmare using this very powerful team. So guys, that's just one clan boss team, but overall, Demytha, I want to stress before I let you guys go, this is an amazing epic champion that you can truly use as a support healer basically anywhere in the game. She's really one of the best. Do not sleep on her. You might be watching this video and saying, dude, a lot of clan boss talk, but I don't need a clan boss team. Don't sleep on her outside of clan boss as well. That's a lot of healage, a lot of buff extension in there. Very, very, very strong champion. Worth your books. Absolutely worth taking to 60. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.